it's just so special for such our club, mate, our club.
Lastly, after 57 years of pain, it's coming home.
Hey there, TJ here, and welcome to Yeahthedees, where we are looking back at the season that was 2021, where we broke the 57-year drought of a premiership. In today's episode, we are going to be going back and having a retrospective review of Round 5 versus Hawthorn. This game happened in Round 5, April 18th, 2021 at the MCG, where we were going in with 4 wins and no losses, and the Hawks were coming in with 1 win and 3 losses. Our history with the Hawks recently has been pretty good. We've won every game so far against them since the 2018 semi-final. Round 1 for the VFL also started this week. The KC Demons taking on the Box Hill Hawks, with Ben Brown kicking 3 goals and Sam Wiedemann kicking 7. It is their first proper hit out for the year after having some setbacks with some injuries in the preseason. Anyway, on to the senior team and the team selection. Unfortunately, during the week in training, Bailey Fritsch broke his hand, so he is out and Mitch Brown comes in, as he was the next best option with Wiedemann and Ben Brown underdone fitness-wise. Stephen May is out with his fractured eye socket. Harrison Petty comes in for him with his first game since 2019, where he mainly played as a forward. This will be his 12th game for the D's. His best game was in 2019 against the Western Bulldogs, where he kicked 3 goals off 10 disposals. Neville Jetta was dropped for Michael Hibberd to come in, and the same as last week, we have Tom Sparrow as the sub. On to the first quarter. Early in the first quarter, Gawn floats forward and is tied up by Sam Frost. Max Gawn kind of sucks the umpire in a little bit for a free kick here, and it absolutely frustrates Sam Frost. Unfortunately, Max Gawn kicks a point. A frustrated Frost will be a bit of a talking point from today's game. There's a bit of back and forth throughout this quarter, and it takes 9 minutes for someone to get on the board. It's the Hawks kicking the first one. At the next centre bounce, James Jordan is playing on Tom Mitchell, and Max Gawn has some great ruck craft here.
That's rough crafting, what?
Gawn chases to collect the ball for a great inside 50. A free kick is given away and Langdon takes the advantage.
Off half back, Hunt, and he'll get it back here. He's normally a really good user, this being no exception.
He's up and about, Petrarca bangs this one to a really dangerous spot. Brown, was he held? I reckon he was. Advantage play.
Some really good play leads to a really nice mark from Tom McDonald, but unfortunately he also misses.
Both of them, that's 2 weeks each they've played there now, so they've got good news coming there. Neil Bullen, chip kick, Spargo likewise, McDonald on the lead. That's better.
This is one of Gawn's beautiful intercept marks for the game. Cozzy's attack on the ball handler here is very, very similar to one of his highlights that went viral in his draft year. The Hawks kick their second for the quarter, and then Jackson goes into the ruck. Alex Neil-Bullen falls over the Hawthorn player here and ends up with a free kick. I think he kind of sucked in the umpire a little bit, but that's what the rule is and you're not allowed to do that. I think this rule has been put in to really reward players for not getting off their feet. A lot of injuries happen when players are on the ground, and I think the AFL is trying to protect them from this, even though it somewhat rewards the player that's second to the ball. One of Lever's big marks here as well. With about 3 minutes to go, Sam Frost gives away his 3rd free kick of the quarter. You can see he's getting quite frustrated by what's happening, and I think the team are getting in his ear a little bit. This leads to an inside 50 that hits Cozzy on the chest, and he puts it through for a goal.
So much excitement attached to this young man. It's beautiful.
The Hawks close out the quarter in the last minute with back-to-back goals, pretty much in the exact same manner. It's really disappointing to see us go to sleep a bit here and allow some junk time goals. We kicked 2-5-17 to Hawthorn's 4-3-27. The Hawks won that quarter and are leading by 10 points. Now on to the second quarter. There is a fantastic mark here from Rivers and an even better kick to hit Petrarca. Trent Rivers takes 3 intercept marks in the first 2 minutes of this quarter and is really growing as a defender. Throughout the first couple minutes of this quarter is a bit of ping pong football. We get the ball deep inside 50 and Christian Petrarca extracts it and is able to get it to Jake Melksham, who kicks a wonderful left foot snap from the pocket. A small mistake here from Tomlinson allows a bit too much space between him and his opponent to allow the Hawks to get their 5th goal on the board. Some really nice defensive efforts here from Tomlinson and Harrison Petty. Brayshaw's effort in defence here is incredible. There is a part here where Mitch Brown puts himself underneath the ball and gets absolutely crunched. It takes a lot of guts to put yourself in that position, and sometimes you just have to do it. There is a funny, unrealistic attempt for a mark here by Cozzy Pickett. Lever takes a great mark, and then Melksham almost takes a great mark here. There is a Langdon free kick for grabbing the arms. The crowd goes absolutely mental here, but it is 100% there. You can see the Hawthorn player grab him on the arm and pull it down.
To Brown, couldn't hang on. Front and centre though, works for the Melbourne Footy Club inside 50. McDonald. What has he got? He goes to the top of the square.
Something like that, okay? That's all I can say.
That's chopping the arms. I don't think you can argue with that.
Stay behind.
So point blank range. And Langdon gets his second.
There is some beautiful run down the ground from Trent Rivers here, who delivers the ball to Cozzy Pickett. Now, if you actually watch Cozzy Pickett in his run up here, he has this prancing style and he misses to the left. A lot of that movement ends up making kicking errors. It is something that he fixes later in the year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how many goals he'll kick next year now that he's fixed his kicking technique. Spargo ponies up here to get Oliver's attention. Oliver hits him and then he hits Max Gawn. Unfortunately, Max misses his shot. Got Jake Melksham having a tackle here. I think basically any time he nails a good tackle is a highlight because he doesn't really like to do it. Sam Frost has had enough and he gets on the angry pills. It starts with pushing Oliver over by his throat, which is a bit ridiculous. I'm not sure why the umpire didn't give a free kick there. He then almost takes out Cozzy Pickett, and then he almost punches Charlie Spargo in the face. BT loves a bit of rough footy, and he catches himself saying that because he knows that's not how you advocate for the game.
Oh, love it. Well, I don't really, but...
We've got the ball on our terms a bit more, with 10 of the last 12 inside 50s. Petrarca puts some pressure on Chad Wingard as he kicks it, and Max Gawn is able to take a great intercept mark. We switch the ball and head down the ground, and Jaden Hunt is able to hit Christian Petrarca. But Petrarca unfortunately shanks this kick. So we kick 2-2-14 to 1-0-6 to win that quarter by 8 points and to be trailing the Hawks by 2 at halftime. On to the third quarter. Mitch Brown almost gets us off to a blazing start, but unfortunately it bounces across the face of goal and trails through for our 8th behind of the game. A hold in the ball to Christian Petrarca gives him the opportunity to kick his 100th goal for the D's. He does that and we've hit the front.
Must convert here for Melbourne this one, and he does. Petrarca kicks his 100th goal in the big time.
We turn a Chad Wingard turnover into an inside 50. There is some very simple body work here, which is done really nicely. Creates space for a T-Mac mark, and then he goes back and kicks the goal. So we've kicked 4 out of the last 5 goals, and it feels like we have a bit more control of the game, but the Hawks get the next one back to bring it back to 5 points. Lever and Petty fly for an intercept, and Lever hits hard. The same happens down the other end with Brayshaw.
McDonald across the ground. Brayshaw's got to focus hard on this. They came hard at him.
Very strong mark here from Brayshaw.
Good, strong mark in front by Brayshaw.
There is some great forward running here to create some options with Melksham going to Jones. Jones misses, and we've kicked 10 points so far this game. There is a really clean pickup here from Clayton Oliver. I can't believe how good his hands are from below his knee. Tomlinson jumps into the pack here, and Lever saves a goal on the goal line. Some really nice desperation here. Some Hibbard desperation in the back line turns into us going coast to coast. Jackson marks, but T-Mac plays on and kicks the goal. It did get stopped for a score review, but that doesn't stop it being 6 points.
Hibbard, Melksham, listen to the noise. Thumping ball forward for Petrarca. needs to support him or take the mark himself. And the goal is there.
And then there's a really nice punch from Petty here. I think he's really starting to slot in nicely in the back line. We kicked 3-3-21 to Hawthorn's 1-3-9. We won the quarter by 12 points and are now leading by 10. We kept the Hawks goalless for a very long time. They only kicked one goal in the second and third quarter. There's also a really nice 15-minute period in the last quarter in between the two goals that they kicked where we kicked 7 goals straight. But we'll get to that now with the fourth quarter. So the Hawks get the first tap and centre clearance to kick a goal very, very quickly in this fourth term. The good news is that they're only going to be kicking one more for the rest of the game. Some more exciting play from Cozzy Pickett where he kicks it and hits the post. The crowd was ready to erupt, but unfortunately he hit the post here. Leaving to touch on this one and stuffs up an easy mark for Hawthorn. Some people would have thought it had already been paid. Max Gawn goes forward and puts Jackson in the ruck, and out of this clearance, Max Gawn gets an opportunity to kick our first from the quarter. He booms it from 50 and has one of the happiest celebrations I've seen from the D's.
Big Max! That's what you want from your skipper. Stand up when it matters.
Jackson stays in the centre and we get a centre clearance break right after that goal, and the ball goes down Mitch Brown's throat. He's able to kick another goal, and here we go.
Can really penetrate deep. The Demons wind up. Max again. Couldn't get a run of it. Brown. So Brown to make it 18.
Straight after that, Gawn's now in the centre and we get another centre clearance break. Neil Bullen also receives a free kick and then he's able to put the ball down the throat of Mitch Brown again. That's back-to-back goals for Mitch Brown and we've kicked 3 in a row for this quarter. We are now comfortable 24 points up. There is another great tackle here from Alex Neil Bullen to win a holding the ball free. He has been fantastic in his role today. Lever takes another fantastic intercept mark here. Frost gets one of his first touches since about halfway through the second quarter, and boy does the crowd boo him.
Defence. Frost against his own club and always a worry, ball in hand.
As the crowd's booing him, he kicks it right down Tom McDonald's throat. Tom McDonald then hits up Ed Langdon, who kicks his third goal from 45 metres out. And I love his nonchalant celebration. Another unreal centre break here from Max Gawn. He hits up Jake Melksham, and as he runs off the ground, he gets a huge ovation. He's played such a great game today.
All the noise for Big Max. Jakey Melksham absolutely flushed it.
Some really good work here to get through the pressure and move it towards inside 50. Petrarca snaps and goals to get his second for the day.
Taken away by Petrarca, having said all of that. Here he is. That's typical Petrarca.
Some really good pressure around Sam Frost causes the turnover where he kicks it to Jake Melksham, where he marks and kicks an easy goal.
Frost, and he just gets so wobbly, ball in hand. Hardwick across the face, slaps it straight into Melksham. Run around Jake the Snake and jam it through.
A soft free kick is given to Ben McAvoy, who kicks his goal to end our 6-goal run. I really loved this tackle from Cozzy Pickett on CJ. It's going to be really, really exciting to watch these two battle over the next 10 years.
Jeff and Pickett, two of the excitement machines.
Some Cozzy desperation in the forward 50 leads to Jarman Impey falling into his back.
For Brown, just couldn't hang on. Pickett.
Cozzy goes back and kicks the goal. That's our 7th for the quarter. And then we run out winners. So we kicked 8-4, 52 to the Hawks, 2 goals, no points, 12. We won the quarter by 40 points and won the game by 50. Now at 3-quarter time we kicked 7-10, 52, and in the last quarter we also kicked 52 points. So we doubled our score in 1 quarter. So yeah, the good. We won 3 quarters. We held Hawthorn to 1 goal in 2 quarters. They only kicked 1 goal in the second and in the third. And I felt like Harrison Petty slotted in really nicely for me. I remember at the time I was pretty nervous and looking through nervous eyes, so I wasn't quite that sure, but upon review you can see how solid of a player he is. Yeah, the bad. We allowed 2 junk time goals at the end of the first quarter. I felt like our misses kept the Hawks in it. We kicked 14 points for the game. Onto the centre bounce stats, and there was 27 centre bounces. Max Gawn took 18 and Luke Jackson took 9 of them in the ruck. Clayton Oliver attended 25, Jack Viney attended 21, Christian Petrarca 19, and then James Jordan had a pretty good game with 11, and then the rest was shared between Keziah Pickett, Jake Melksham, and Angus Brayshaw. For the kick-in stats, we had Christian Salem with 4, Adam Tomlinson and Trent Rivers with 1, and all of them played on. The Brownlow votes for this game, Max Gawn got the 1, Jack Viney got the 2, and Christian Petrarca got the 3. In the coaches' votes, Christian Petrarca got the perfect 10, Max Gawn got 7, Clayton Oliver got 4, Ed Langdon with 3, Jake Lever with 2, Christian Salem with 2, Tom McDonald with 1, and Keziah Pickett with 1. For my votes, I gave Max Gawn the 6. He was marking absolutely everything. He had 10 marks, 8 of them were contested, 5 clearances, and then also kicked a goal. I thought Jake Lever was huge in defence, so I gave him the 5 vote. He had 11 intercepts, 6 of them being marked, and had some really brilliant field kicking. Christian Salem had 30 disposals, and I thought he was great in defence. He also had 499 metres gained. Clayton Oliver, I gave the 3. He had 30 disposals, 9 score involvements, and 8 tackles. The resurgence of Tom McDonald continues, and I gave him the 2 votes. He took 10 marks and was an option all around the ground. I gave Ed Langdon the 1 vote for his 3 goals. And now for my favourite 3 goals of the game, with bang, 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 bang.
30 seconds left. Little one from Viney. Surely not another one. Handball to Oliver. Streaming through. Bang! Bang, bang, bang!
My 3rd favourite goal for the game was Jake Melksham's snap goal from the pocket in the second quarter.
Just feint one way, bring back the other way. He set up the Melksham goal. It had to be a good finish. The left foot across the body, but
my 2nd favourite goal was when Christian Petrarca snapped and goaled in the 4th.
always tops off a performance, doesn't it? I mean, he's been pretty good today, Petrarca, but the Petrarca-Martin type player, it's the goals that they kick. They're the ones that really top them off, that make a good game into a beauty, a very good game.
And then my favourite goal for the game was when Gawn kicked it from 50 and pranced around and high-tenned everybody.
Look at Big Max!
So that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you remember about the game? Is there anything that I missed? Is there anything you'd like to discuss? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out Yeahthedees on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And I will see you next episode. Go Dees.
Petrarca! Petrarca! Oh, wow! How good is that?
To make it a 3-goal, 3-quarter night lead. He's got it.
Surely not another one. Handball to Oliver. Streaming through. Bang! Bang, bang, bang!
Melbourne are the premiers for 2021.
And it's just so special for such our club, mate, our club.
Lastly, after 57 years of pain, it's coming home.